Welcome to San Luis Obispo. I'm Tony from the Outsider channel, and I've got something a little bit different for you today. Instead of bringing you on the trail mountain bike rides, I'm bringing you a travel guide around the trail guides. You've got 2 to 3 hours of the trail, right? What do you do with the rest of your day? I spent a lot of time here, so what I'm gonna do today is take you to my favorite spots, non-tourist trap stuff, and show you where I like to go. Family, wife, husband, kids. I've got something in here for everybody. Beer drinkers, good food, places to take a nice long drive, and I'm starting off right here at my base camp, which is Hotel Zero. Rooftop pool, they've got an edible garden. This place is just fantastic, and check out the landscape. What more can you ask for? I'm gonna send you guys away to check out the city, and I'm gonna meet you on the other side in just 2 seconds. All right, it's the morning now, and let's get this started, right? Look, Pip's still sleeping. Sun's not even out yet. Who am I kidding? I haven't been up when it's dark in years. I'm gonna go to sleep right now, and I'm gonna meet you guys here in the morning. We have a big day ahead of us. I'm not a morning person, that's why I'm up late. First thing in the morning, let's snap to it. First up, right off the bat, right outside Hotel Zero as I walk to my car, Bubblegum Alley, one of San Luis Obispo's most famous downtown features. I'm getting a little touristy on this one, but it's right outside the hotel, and if you're in downtown, you have to come and see the sloppy mess. I'll probably drop some fun facts about this thing. I don't know any off the top of my head, but I can find out for you. Bubblegum Alley. It's a 15-foot high and 70-foot long alley lined with chewed gum left by passers-by. Some historians believe the tradition started after World War II as a San Luis Obispo High School graduating class event. Others, they believe it started in the late 1950s as a rivalry between San Luis Obispo High School and Cal Poly students, a local college. By the 1970s, Bubblegum Alley was well established, but when shop owners complained it was unsanitary and disgusting, the alley owner went a full cleaning. The gum graffiti survived 2 full cleanings in the 1970s, and in 1996 there was another attempt to clean it up, but this never came to fruition. So the Bubblegum Alley remains. While we're checking out Bubblegum Alley, I should say downtown San Luis Obispo has some amazing food, bars, restaurants, shopping. You've got everything from Irish pubs to Mexican food to great sushi, all within like 1 block radius here. It kind of reminds me of back home in Connecticut. A lot of Irish pubs, a lot of different types of restaurants within the downtown New Haven area, and this kind of feels similar. Montana de Oro State Park. It's one of my favorite places to come mountain biking. There's a beach right to my right called SPOONER'S Cove. Over here is Islay Campground. You can come and camp with your family here for a couple days. Montana de Oro Hazard Peak Zone trails are right to the left of that. This is like an all-in-one encompassing destination. You come here and you have an afternoon and you take your bike or you take your mom and dad and go hiking, and you've got ocean views. It's always like 10 degrees cooler down here. So you have that when it's hot in the summertime. Here, let me show you the ocean. So this place is great. It's like the meatball sandwich of state parks. I love it. Wait, hold on. I'm about to get recognized.
How you doing, Tony?
Oh, you know me.
Oh, yeah. Pip
That's Pip.
Right?
Yeah.
It's funny, Pip always gets recognized first. Anyway, getting back to the story, as I was talking to this couple, I looked over my shoulder and I saw a park ranger truck coming down the drive, and then the entire last hour flashed before my eyes. I drove into a gate that was open, didn't think about it, felt kind of weird being inside the park with the car, but I kept going, and then found a nice little parking spot and parked it and walked down and took out the drone, and me and Pip went for a little walk.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
Hey, dude, yeah, you will be.
And then I realized when I saw that truck that something just wasn't quite right. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
We had a medical emergency out here, and so you drove in a road that's not meant for the signs everywhere that says no dogs. You passed 3 of them, and drones aren't allowed in State Park. What's your last name, first name, and what's your address? And the zip code there? And what's your driver's license number, date of birth?
Okay, so where was I? We're at SPOONER'S Cove now. So before what happened, I guess the gate was open that I took in on the fire road because there was somebody in there they were looking for that was dehydrated, so that gate is not to the public. I just kind of like saw it was open, pulled in, I'm like, all right, cool, let's get closer to the ocean. 2, I didn't see the no dog sign because I guess that was on the fence. That on top of, I don't think you're even supposed to be flying a drone here. I did not do my research on that. I got very lucky. He was super cool. He gave me an infraction for having Pip here. Could have been a lot worse. Anyway, moving on, that's not going to damper the day. So let's head to our next spot. Let's keep the good times rolling. For some reason, Droney started following this lady back to her car. This would have put the video into an entirely different category had Droney committed to this situation. But luckily, I did some jumping jacks. Droney came back to me. Thanks, Droney. All right, we're in the heart of Morro Bay right now, walking down the end of town. The main strip is going to be straight ahead of us with a lot of shopping, amazing food, seafood. It's kind of like a quintessential Bay area. You hear the boats, you hear the horns of the boats. Look, I'm even making new friends here. Is that Jan and Bob? Some of my favorites downtown to eat at are Frank and Lola's, amazing breakfast. Libertine has great sour beers. And Morro Rock is right there in front of us. The clouds are kind of blocking it, so let's get a closer view. A lot of these places have electric boat rentals, kayaks, paddleboards, all right on the other side of this dock here. So if you're staying at a hotel, sometimes that comes with a package deal, or else you could just go there and rent it for an afternoon after a ride. And right above Pip's head here is Frankie and Lola's. They have some of the biggest Cinnabons you're ever gonna see in your entire life. They're like a cake. I think that's a big thing down here in Morro Bay. A lot of places have massive Cinnabons. But look, right next door we've got Morro Rock. The rock is massive. I'm gonna give you some fun facts right now. Go. Morro Rock's part of a chain of 9 volcanic peaks that extend from San Luis Obispo to Morro Bay, known as the Nine Sisters. It was formed about 23 million years ago from the plug of a long extinct volcano. The rock was quarried on and off for about 100 years and provided material for the breakwater of Morro Bay. You know this rock's huge when Droney McDroneface can't even fly high enough to get this all in frame. I don't know if that's Droney's fault or just the rock's so friggin' big. All right, Pip, say goodbye to Morro Rock. Where do you want to go next?
Whale Rock Reservoir! For that dope ride that you told me about.
All right, Pip's calling the shots. Let's go. To get to the Whale Rock Reservoir, all we have to do is shoot up the 1 Coastline Highway, PCH, and we're gonna make a right onto one of my favorite and most beautiful rides that I've done. It's not ocean views, but it's a different kind of beautiful. It sounded very sincere and very deep. Uh-oh. This is Whale Rock Reservoir right behind me, and my last adventure up here for mountain biking, I discovered this road. It's called Old Creek Road, and it goes into one of my favorite towns, Cambria, another small shoreline Central Coast town that kind of feels like you're taking a step back in time. And you guys might have noticed I'm not in my truck this trip, and that's because Volkswagen was nice enough to lend me their 2021 Tiguan SEL all-wheel drive for the entire week. Quiet inside, really smooth ride, leather interior. All right, enough talking, let's go. If you have some time, please get to all these, not just in one day, in a couple days, because you want to enjoy the things I'm doing. I'm not rushing, but I'm kind of just banging off the spots to show you guys because I've enjoyed them all. So what I'm trying to do is just kind of show you the way. This is the way. And so you can come back and plan out accordingly and mix some things up. So I just pulled into Cambria, and my favorite lunch spot to come here, the cafe on Bridge Street. Just such an awesome sandwich spot. They do this special thing where they make oversized sandwiches, but instead of toasting the bun, they do this like warming to get a little bit crunch on the outside and it's soft on the inside. It's like a little backyard area there. Highly recommend coming here other than a Monday, because today's Monday and they're closed. There's a lot to eat here in Cambria. There's a lot of antique shops, shopping, ice cream spots, steakhouses. Town that I don't think a lot of people have heard of. I don't even know where I'm going. Look, I'm just walking into like a pink bike for some reason. Get outside of your comfort zone. Get outside of San Luis Obispo a little bit. Explore these little towns because there's so much to offer, especially if you're coming out of city life. So slow things down. Enjoy your vacation. Enjoy your bike riding and your hiking. Eat some good food and have some good drinks. Drinks? Okay, that's coming later. And we've made it to Cayucas. Only about a 15-minute drive down the PCH to the next shoreline town. This is one of my faves. Right off the bat, look at this. The Old Cayucas Tavern. It's cash only, and they still have the same wood and building. Can't go in there because of Pip, but give you a little walk-see. Built in 1906, the Old Cayucas Tavern originated as an old cowboy bar. The way you see it now is exactly the way it was back then, with liquor in the front and poker in the back. Old Cayucas Tavern still opens the poker room every Friday and Saturday night to those who want some action. Right now we're headed to a place called Duckies, which in my opinion has the best fish and chips on the planet. I could be wrong because I'm not that big of a fish and chips guy, but damn, you gotta stop here. It's Duckies Chowder House. You can't miss it. It's right across the street from the pier, which is right there. Just get it to go, sit out here on the picnic table, enjoy the fresh air, and make sure your dog doesn't try to lick too many people. That's the stuff. Here, want this? Just kidding, you can have it. I'm not that much of a jerk. Okay, time to eat. Fish and chips, check. Pip being annoying, check. He runs these walks, guys. Don't let him fool you. I give in too much, you know? As I was eating, I realized that we missed the elephant seal beach. And if you guys have kids or if you're just a kid at heart, I want to show those to you. So I'm going to backtrack about 25 minutes and we're going to check those out. California coast is a beautiful place. Sounded like a toilet being backed up. Is that a good joke? So before I get to the final stop, I had a little bit of a surprise. And the surprise is a brand new tap room just opened at ATASCADERO, about 20 minutes away from San Luis Obispo. It's only 20 days old right now, and it has a mountain bike culture around it. The owner is an avid mountain biker, and he is going to be starting to do group rides. So if you're here, come stop into the Ancient Owl, talk to them, see if you could jump on a group ride. It's going to come out to be like a free guided tour from locals, and then you have this amazing place to stop at afterward, grab a beer, grab some food. The setup is rad. It's basically 3 like cube cars stacked next to each other. It was an empty lot and they made it into something just extremely beautiful. I'm always happy to support new businesses, small businesses, especially ones that are outdoor themed. Now, finally, on to our last stop, people. We're at Tin City, and this is one of my favorite places to come post ride if I have the time. Hold on, this doesn't do it justice. Let me give you guys a better view. Give me a sec. We're at the Barrel House Brewing headquarters right now. One of my favorite places to come post ride. We are in a place called Tin City, and I say that because it's an industrial remodeled zone. A lot of people call it adult Disneyland, and let me show you why. We've got ice cream shops, restaurants, a cider dispensary to my left right here. We've got something for everybody here, and it's right outside Paso Robles next to Wine Country, 25-minute ride from San Luis Obispo. So if you're staying close by or in San Luis Obispo, this is a perfect place for you to come post ride, or even before ride, whatever. If you're taking a day off and you're gonna give the legs a rest, come down here. So I'm gonna stick around here and listen to the band in a little bit, and you guys catch up next week when I'll be back for my next video. As always, I'm Tony from the Outsider channel. I'll see you next week.